put on this camera and I don't even know what to say still. Like, ladies and gentlemen, we have lost one of the most underappreciated artists of this generation. We now live in a world without Mac Miller. Mac Miller was an incredible artist. He was super underappreciated for what he has created over the years. From the mixtape days to him just evolving as an artist and everything, just as a person, a human being. And the fact that he's gone, it's heartbreaking, man. Like, I'm not even gonna edit this shit. Like, what else is there to say? Like, Mac Miller is one of the greats, and he always will be one of the greats. One of the greatest of all time. And it's not fair at all. It truly isn't. Mac Miller has been introduced to me back in 2011. That's when I first started listening to him. I remember me and my friends back in Orlando, we would always, hang out, play Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that. Mortal Kombat and all that shit. We would be eating like food, some shit. Like, we'll be just getting like woke up from like a freaking from a sleepover and shit. And my friend starts playing this one song, and I always say, "Yo, I like this beat. Yo, I like this beat and its flow. Who is this guy?" And he's like, "Oh, this is Mac Miller. Have you heard of him before?" I was like, "No, but I'm going to. This is fire. What is this?" He said, "Check it out, man. It's called Donald Trump." I was like, "Really?" At the time, I didn't really think Donald Trump's a bad dude, but yeah, it changed. But anyway, regardless of that from that song, Donald Trump, right there, that shit, like, I just started listening to him, just listen to whatever he put out and stuff like that. And then Blue Side Park came out, and that album right there was fantastic. It was a fantastic album. I still listen to the album to this day, and I slowly started watching his progression as an artist and as a human being, stuff like that, when he started dropping songs like Knock Knock and SDS from watching movies with the sound off. And that album too was great as well. And it was a long album too. So me personally, I like long albums from artists I like a lot. No matter how much tracks they put on the album, I will listen to every single song, and I will bump this shit, and I still do to this day. And then, like, even like the mixtape and shit like that, like Faces, that's a legendary mixtape. I don't care what nobody says. Kicking Incredibly Dope Shit, which is also a mixtape. He had the little Best Day Ever mixtape on there, and all of that, man. It's just, and it's fantastic. This man was fantastic, and he always will be fantastic. And then he dropped, I think he took like a 2-year break or something like that to make Good AM. And at the time, to me, that was his best work. I was like, dude, what more can this man do? Like, seriously. Because within each album or project he put out, it was always something new about his sound. Because of how he first started with Blue Slide Park, then he upped the ante to watching movies with the sound off, and then Good AM. I was like, dude, what more can this man do? And this is probably when I was like in high school, something like that. I think like 2000, it was Divine Feminine came out in like 2016, so I was probably like either junior or like just starting a senior year or something. No, yeah, I was junior most likely. And then he dropped that album, and that shit was fantastic. Like, I was like, dude, this right here, and this is when he was dating Ariana Grande. So, based on how the sound was and stuff like that, it's like it was so out of the ordinary with him, you know? It was so out of the ordinary. And then they broke up. And then Mac Miller started going through things like getting back on drugs and getting DUIs, destroying his G-Wagon and stuff like that. I didn't like that. It kind of sucks seeing Mac like that, because seeing how happy he was before, just to see him starting to crumble because of the relationship, and the fact that she got with another man a month later kind of made the shit worse, because I think he was with her for 2 years, and then she broke up with him. She broke up with him, and sorry guys, I'm like I'm still trying to process this, honestly. I really am. Fuck, man, this man's a great artist. And then he dropped one of the best albums of 2018 with Swimming. And within maybe 2 months after that, I unfortunately got the news that Mac Miller had died. And I found this literally I'm just getting off of work. I'm still in my freaking work clothes and all that stuff. I just had to make this video. And once I got the news, I tried so hard not to cry at work. I was just stunned. Like, I really was. I was just stunned. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, we already lost like 5 major artists this year, okay? We lost Avicii, which still has me shook. X has me fucking shook. That shit was sad. Both of those deaths were sad, but X is the one that got me. Aretha Franklin, which, you know, she lived a good life, so, I mean, like, it sucks that she passed away, but she lived a good life, you know. And Mac Miller. I was like, Mac? My first thought was like, nah, this can't be real. This cannot be real. Mac was literally just minding his business. And I go on Twitter, and major news outlets are reporting that Mac Miller has passed away. And so many of his friends and local rappers and stuff like that have been saying rest in peace to him, paying their respects. And I just know for a fact that right now, like, to this day, like, I'm like scared to play Swimming right now, especially the song 2009, because just by how the sound is and how he sounds like in that track, I'm probably gonna start crying. Like, I tried listening to that at work, and I just almost started crying. I was like, I can't even finish this right now, because like, I'm not trying to cry at work. It's just not fucking fair, bro. Cause the man was literally just chilling. He was just always chill. He was getting ready to go on tour, dropping merch, all of this stuff. And then out of nowhere, you know, I found out that Miller has been found dead. It's an apparent drug overdose, which also means that, you know, people stop glorifying drugs. Okay, me, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, you know, I'm straight edge. I don't do none of that shit, because I know what it can do to a person, because things in my life I've experienced, I know what drugs can do. And I know that those things can cause harm to your family, your friends, all that stuff, but most importantly to yourself. So, regardless if you're taking it to feel depressed, same thing with Lil Peep when he died. He died of OD as well because he was depressed. I don't know if Mac Miller. Part of me thinks like I don't know if I'm reaching, but part of me thinks it was like a suicide. Honestly, I hope not. I hope not. I really hope it wasn't a suicide, but part of me, because the man was literally, like, he was getting clean, he was getting better and all this stuff, and just out of the blue, Mac Miller just passes away. It's just something's not right about it. It's just so weird. It's so weird, dude. It's so weird. I just don't understand why this shit always has to happen to the best people. Stuff like this. Mac Miller has died, guys. We now live in a world without Mac Miller. And it's fucking heartbreaking. As far as I know, I'm gonna be blasting this man's music all week and then some. But I've always supported this man from the jump, dude. And it's just really sad considering how well he was evolving. How he was evolving within each drop of an album. He just kept evolving. Just kept evolving within sound, within topics, subject matter, all that. As a person, a human being, everything. He was just evolving within each drop. And you could tell in Swimming, he put his heart and soul in that. And to me, that's one of the best albums of 2018. I don't care. I do not care. There's been many other great albums, but that shit right there hits home a lot. You know what I'm saying? It hits home. And to be honest, Swimming, considering the situation and what happened to him today, it fits. In a strange way, it fits. Because from his very first mixtape, he was this like, this cocky, arrogant, he was hungry. And now, within Swimming, he's like airing out all his grievances, how he feels, like just airing himself out, getting shit off his chest that he probably wasn't able to say back then, but is able to say now. Like, he was finally able to say what he's wanted to say in that album, considering that he didn't put any features on the album, so that was all him. And just out of nowhere, like, he passes away. So while it is sad that Mac Miller is no longer with us, I like to think that he is no longer struggling. He is at peace. And I already know he's in heaven, and they're welcoming him with open arms, along with X, Lil Peep, Tupac, everybody, Avicii. I love you, Mac. We all love you. It's a damn shame that he had to pass away, man, but you did not die in vain. Swimming finishes his career, and I like to think that album is almost kind of like a goodbye. I like to think that album is like almost like a goodbye. Thank you for everything, Mac. I will never forget you, and we will never forget you. You are a legend forever. Rest in peace, Mac.